Hello everyone, and a warm welcome from Melbourne, Australia. My name is Peter Barrett, and I'm an amateur radio operator, podcaster, and citizen scientist. First, let me thank NASA for this opportunity to present my submission to this forum, and also to the other forum participants who gave some useful feedback in a Google Hangout we had a few days ago. I've refined my proposal slightly in light of those comments. My proposal is drawn from my experience with another citizen science initiative called the Sungrazer website, which is funded by NASA and ESA. I'd like to take a moment to explain how that program works. For the past 17 years, the SOHO spacecraft has been taking photographs of the region immediately around the Sun where Sungrazer comets fly by. The Sungrazer website makes these photographs available for download to the general public. It also provides a suite of comet hunting tools and a comprehensive comet hunting guide. Participants, including children, can register, download images, and then examine a series of photographs to look for a dot moving in a straight line and at a constant speed. If they find such a dot, and it's clearly not a star or a known planet, they can record the object's coordinates in a series of images and then fill out an online comet reporting form. That report is then checked by the SOHO site webmaster, Mr. Sungrazer. The first person to find and report an unknown comet gets credit as its discoverer. It's a great program, and to date around 100 citizen scientists and enthusiasts, including myself, have reported in excess of 2,500 confirmed comets. Now, it's really easy to spot a comet, but it wasn't until May 2013, after 4 years on and off, that I was able to be credited as the discoverer of a comet. The reason? The cameras aboard the SOHO spacecraft only take around 240 photographs a day, and a new comet only comes along every couple of days. So competition to be the first to report a comet is intense. One personal disappointment I had about the program was the fact that comet discoverers don't get to name their comets, because the International Astronomical Union has a rule that says that discoveries made using space-based telescopes get named after the telescope. However, this rule does not apply to discoveries made using ground-based telescopes, and that's an important point to note when designing an asteroid identification program. It's clear that the Sungrazer program is a proven success, and my submission is that NASA would create a citizen science program to find asteroids based upon the Sungrazer program. In my proposal, NASA would have a large fleet of ground-based telescopes scanning the areas of the sky that are not currently being scanned by current sky surveys. It could then provide the photographs online in a special website, along with an asteroid hunting guide, some software tools, and a reporting form. The big difference, though, is that now the first person to identify and report an asteroid would not only be credited as the discoverer, but would also get to propose a name to the IAU for the object. This would truly be a revolution in astronomy and citizen science. Citizen scientists, enthusiasts, and most importantly children, would have the opportunity to discover a celestial body and name it. No longer would these benefits be the exclusive preserve of professional astronomers and those amateurs who can afford expensive telescopes. The participation of children in this program is very important. How better to encourage children to study maths and science than to get them to use their maths and science skills in a practical setting and reward them with the ability to name a patch of the night sky. I think that the opportunity to name a celestial object would be a great motivator for citizen scientists. When I tell people about my comet discovery, their first question is usually, "What did you call it?" I'll be keen to look at the public feedback on Twitter and elsewhere to see the public's opinion as to whether they think that the opportunity to name a celestial object is important or not to them. Now, concerns were raised about people who might try to cheat the system, for example by the use of multiple accounts. I've given this some thought, and I think that concern can be addressed through a range of measures. First, there needs to be lots of images made available to everyone each day, even hundreds of thousands of sequences of images if possible, so that any one person could not review them all. Next, each individual would be limited to one asteroid discovery only during the life of the program. One exception to this rule could be that you could be credited as a discoverer of another asteroid only if the images are older than 1 month. This would mean that the asteroid discoveries would be shared around to as many people as possible, whilst people who have found an object previously would still have a chance to find another asteroid in archival images. Had such a system been used on the SOHO website, there would have been at least 2,500 separate discoverers, not 100. There could also be an additional rule that says that anyone who tries to cheat the system by signing up for multiple accounts or using false names would have any and all of their discoveries annulled if caught. Each discovery would instead be credited to the next person to report it. Each asteroid report could first be peer-reviewed by other citizen scientist volunteers. Where the majority view is that the asteroid is a real undiscovered object, the report would then go on to the Asteroid Initiative webmaster, who would schedule further observations, confirm that the object is a new undiscovered asteroid, calculate its orbital attributes, and then submit all this information along with the discoverer's proposed name to the IAU. This system minimises the number of paid staff that are needed to administer the program and thus its cost. Now we come to the final question. What do we call the Asteroid Initiative? It needs a name and perhaps an acronym. Thanks for listening to my presentation, and roll tape. What if anyone, even a 12-year-old child, with their parents' permission, could go online, participate in a citizen science program, find an asteroid, be credited as its discoverer, and get to name it? What a life-changing experience that would be. Well, now there's an Australian proposal for just such a program. iNectarine, the initiative for near-Earth comet tracking, asteroid risk identification, and novice education. And who better to take you to the stars than the people who took you to the moon? NASA. Lots of telescopes taking lots of photographs of the night sky, made available through the internet for everyone to study, to find undiscovered objects that might one day threaten the Earth. So, don't be surprised if one day a 12-year-old child, with their parents' permission, saves the world. Now, Wouldn't that be cool?